In for Depth Divers with me, Deep.
And me, Dive, anytime you bend your reality to peer into the fourth dimension.
Just turn left at the edge, as we say up out here.
Okay, let's dive into these sources today. We're looking at something pretty unique. The core lore behind Shifting Masks. And from what I'm seeing, it's this really wild mix of like ancient myths, super advanced tech, and then this huge cosmic disaster.
Yeah, it's quite the blend.
It's like all your fantasy books slammed right into your favorite sci-fi movie.
Exactly. And what's really compelling, I think, is how the creators built this detailed history. It's not just random. There's a timeline explaining how it all fuses together.
Right.
So our mission today, basically, is to pull out those key moments, maybe some surprising facts, that show how this intricate world came to be. You know, how everything from gods to gadgets leads to this unbelievable present situation in the lore.
Okay, so let's start way, way back then, like a real golden age.
Yeah, picture Earth, but ages ago. It was apparently freely connected to a magical realm, like completely open.
So mortals, magical creatures, all mingling.
Totally. Magic was just there flowing freely.
Yeah.
And you had benevolent gods actually walking among humans.
Wow. Doing what?
Teaching them things. Agriculture, astronomy, even some magic. It sounds like a genuine age of wonder.
Sounds idyllic. But knowing how these stories go, it probably didn't stay that way.
No, it didn't. As human societies got bigger, more complex, well, so did conflict.
Yeah.
And then you had these other entities, malignant ones, the sort of dark gods, starting to abuse these connections, these portals.
Okay, so that forced a choice.
A huge one, a really painful one, according to the lore. The good gods, to protect humanity, decided to seal all the connections. They basically withdrew from Earth, cutting off the flow of magic.
Severed completely.
Pretty much. But, and this is crucial, a few specific dark gods managed to remain, or chose to remain, behind the scenes.
Oh, great.
Yeah, subtly influencing things for millennia. Sowing discord, greed, fear, shaping cultures from the shadows.
Okay, so fast forward then. We get to our modern age, maybe the 21st century in their timeline. Magic's just myth by now, right? Technology's king.
Exactly, but those dark gods still subtly weakening humanity's foundations even as tech advanced.
And that leads into something else.
It does, something quite unexpected actually. In the late 2020s, there was this alternate reality game. You know, an ARG.
Oh yeah, I know ARGs. They're very immersive.
This one was called Hemology, and its theme was focused on summoning some kind of dark blood god.
Wait, seriously? People were playing a game to summon a god?
Well, unknowingly. Thousands of players were channeling these strange energies through the game's rituals, its puzzles.
And that had real effects.
Apparently so. Reports of unsettling visions, poltergeist activity, even some cult-like groups forming around it. There's even mention of a serial killer, Laszlo, being influenced.
Okay, that's creepy.
Yeah. And the game's climax in the early 2030s supposedly caused minor portals to flicker open briefly, weakening those ancient seals even more, planting seeds of, well, chaos.
Wow. So a game, seemingly harmless, actually poked holes in reality. Okay, let's jump way ahead now. Humanity's peak. Late 21st century.
That's right. The zenith of science. They'd apparently solved disease, energy scarcity, even climate issues. Total technological mastery.
And the Dyson ring? That's serious sci-fi.
Oh, yeah. Built around the sun for basically unlimited energy. Plus, colonies on Mars. It was another golden age, but this time, one of science.
But you mentioned hubris earlier.
And that's where it comes in. This unchecked ambition, this belief they could master anything. What happens when that meets ancient forgotten power?
Nothing good, I'm guessing.
Not at all. In 2120, some elite scientists decided to push the boundaries. They used a particle collider and quantum tech actually built into the Dyson ring infrastructure, ignoring warnings, trying to pierce through to new dimensions.
And did they?
They did. January 1st, 2121, they shattered the ancient barrier between Earth and that magical realm. Completely.
And that's the merge.
That's the merge. And it wasn't gentle. It was catastrophic.
Define catastrophic, like earthquakes.
Way beyond that. Imagine portals tearing open everywhere. Huge chunks of land from the magic realm just materializing on Earth. Bits of Earth getting swallowed into the other realm. The sky literally ripping open.
Right.
Physics going haywire.
So the planet itself changed shape.
Drastically. Earth's geography was completely reshaped. It effectively doubled in size with all this new landmass.
Doubled? How is that even stable?
Well, instability was massive. Even celestial bodies got messed up. Earth's moons collided, forming a new single moon, one apparently radiating dark magic. Orbital stations shattered, creating debris rings around the planet.
Okay, this sounds like total annihilation.
Yeah.
How did anything survive?
It almost didn't. Amidst all that chaos, one of those benevolent gods, the ones who left, one apparently channeled immense divine power into something called a purple shard.
A what?
A purple shard. It stabilized the planet, the new moon, the whole system, basically. But the cost was immense. The god fell into a deep coma.
Wow. Okay, so that sacrifice prevented total cosmic collapse.
Exactly. But it also kind of locked things into this new chaotic state. And it set the stage for what the lore calls a 1,000-year war.
And the changes weren't just geographical, right? You mentioned fusions.
Oh, absolutely. Life itself got fundamentally mixed. Humans and creatures merged into hybrids. Machines fused with organic life. Think of biomechanical beings, sentient cyborgs.
Like dragons, bonded with fighter jets, AI merging with goblins. Is that the kind of thing?
That's exactly the kind of bizarre fusion described. Anything was possible in that initial chaotic period.
So civilization just gone.
Within months, yeah. Governments collapsed. Communications down. The death toll was astronomical. Survivors were just dropped into this incredibly dangerous, unpredictable, post-apocalyptic world, a world where magic and monsters were suddenly real again, alongside malfunctioning high-tech remnants.
It's an unbelievable new reality indeed.
Yeah, and looking back at this whole timeline, it really shows how shifting masks builds this grand narrative, about power, about choices having massive unforeseen consequences.
From that first golden age to the peak of science, and then bam, this self-inflicted cataclysm.
Exactly. Creating this incredibly strange hybrid reality we see in the present day of the setting.
So to wrap up for our listener, just try to imagine that. You wake up tomorrow, your street's now an enchanted forest, that moon overhead, it's pulsing with dark magic. And maybe your smartphone has, fused with a pixie.
Right. How would you even begin to survive, to navigate a world that's suddenly so unpredictable, so dangerous, so fundamentally weird?
Something to think about, a fascinating if terrifying new reality.